Okay, let's settle this. The Cut Blue versus the Vice Pro Plus. One costs around £40 a dozen, the other can often be found for under £20. But when you cut them open, are they actually that different on the inside? Let's find out. I'm on a mission to find the perfect golf ball. Not for pros, not for the robots, but for the average golfer like you and me. And today we're putting these two golf balls head to head and seeing what actually separates them on the inside. So let's start with the Cut Blue. Now on paper, this thing looks incredible. You've got a cast urethane cover, 4-piece construction, around 90 compression, and a price tag that's often less than half of a premium golf ball. These ones only cost me £18 on Amazon. And that's what I think makes this ball so interesting, because usually when you see a golf ball this cheap, something's got to give. But the finish looks good, the alignment aid is clean, and honestly, if you handed this golf ball to someone without the logo, they'd probably assume it was a really premium golf ball. So right, let's see what's inside. Now this is where things get interesting. Straight away you can see it's a 4-piece construction. You've got a large core, multiple mantle layers, and that outer urethane cover. And for a golf ball at this price, that's impressive. Because this type of construction is what you'd normally expect from a much more expensive golf ball. And looking at this one, the build quality actually looks pretty good. The layers are clear, the core looks well centered, and apart from that little blemish, there's honestly nothing here that screams budget golf ball. Now one thing I will say about the Cut Blue is that it does feel slightly softer than you'd expect for a 90 compression golf ball. Now it still is a reasonably firm golf ball, and out on a course, compared to something like the Pro V1X or the TP5X, it did feel a little bit easier to compress. And that's probably why quite a few golfers like it. So I think this is a really good option if you want a premium style construction, you like a slightly firmer feel, and you want lots of performance without spending a fortune. But there is one thing that we'll come back to later that might make you change your mind about this ball. And by the way, if you're not sure what golf ball you should be playing on the course, scan this QR code or click the link in the description below and I'll send you my free golf ball buying guide. And I think it's worth checking out. Now this is Vice's flagship ball, the Vice Pro Plus. And this is a ball a lot of golfers compared directly against the Pro V1X and the TP5X. Again, it's got a cast urethane cover, and again it's got a 4-piece construction. But this ball is built for speed with a compression of around 100, so it is noticeably firmer than the Cut Blue. And that's important because this ball is designed for golfers who generate more speed with their swing and want maximum performance. Right, let's go hold of Jeff and see what's inside this golf ball too. And here we go again, it's a 4-piece construction ball, and again multiple mantle layers, and again it's got a really premium construction. And honestly, when you put these two golf balls side by side, they look surprisingly similar. Now the urethane cover on the outer layer of the Cut Blue is slightly thicker than the Pro Plus, and maybe that's why I felt a better feel around my short game with the Vice golf ball. The layering looks cleaner in the Vice, the build looks more refined, and overall I think with that outer layer being a bit thinner in the Vice, it looks a bit more refined and the performance is a little bit better. And out on the course, I found the Vice Pro Plus excellent around the course, really comparable with the Cut Blue. But actually with my short game, I found the Vice Pro Plus controlled my short game a little bit better, and I had better control with my approach shots into the green. And I think really that's been Vice's reputation, consistency on the course. Not necessarily doing anything revolutionary, just producing a really reliable golf ball. And when you look at the specs of these two golf balls, they aren't actually very far apart. They're both 4-piece, they both use urethane covers, both are built for performance on the course, but when you start reading real golfer reviews, there is one difference which keeps appearing again and again and again: durability. Now I've seen golfers say they love the Cut Blue, love the performance, love the value, but then complain that the cover wore really quickly. In fact, some golfers said that they struggled to get a full round from one ball before visible damage started appearing. Now obviously, that's not everyone's experience. Now I didn't see that sort of deterioration on the ball when I played it, but a lot of people have said it and they might play differently than me, so it could sway your opinion. And that's why it's always really interesting to say that you can get a lot from looking at a golf ball and cutting them open, but eventually you've got to take a golf ball on a course and test it out for yourself to see what one works best for your game. But this is the real question: how much is durability actually worth to you? Because that's where these two golf balls really differ. But what I really want to know is, which one of these two golf balls would you play if you had to and you had no other choices? Come on, play the game, let me know in the comments below. And if you're not sure what golf ball you should play, maybe watch this video next, and I'll catch you in the next one.